Welcome everybody. My name is Michael and today we're walking. Yes, we're enjoying the fresh air and we're going to be discussing about Bitcoin. My plan is to get to one full Bitcoin. Why? This is because I've made a few mistakes over the past few years, and one of them was last year I did have one Bitcoin. Now, at the time, it wasn't one Bitcoin fully. It was a little bit here and there, but it did add up to over one Bitcoin, which would be over $11,000 as of last year, and obviously depending on the prices at certain points, but altogether it added up to around $11,000. Now, as we all know, Bitcoin, even now after the crash, is still $32,000. It crashed a little bit more, and at its peak was $64,800. So whether I cashed out at $40,000, $30,000, or even potentially $50,000, $60,000, that's a lot. And one Bitcoin in the future might definitely be worth over $100,000. So my idea is, now that I have a job, now that I'm settling in America, it's not the best job in the world, but it is something. We have to start somewhere. I did get into university. We're going to be starting that in late August. And the first paycheck that I'm going to get, that's going to go fully into the car. So I can't really start because I need a car and I need to put down a deposit onto the car. We're going to be financing it. And as soon as I have the car and insurance paid for and some gas money, that's when we can start my plan that I've mentioned a little bit ago in some videos, where I want to put in at least 10% of every paycheck into cryptocurrency. Now, being back in America, this is nice because let's just say, for example, you're earning $2,000, 10% is $300. Now, if I have a lot of extra money saved over, then we can go up to 15%, 20%. We can raise the percentages. But at first, let's start with 10. Oh yeah, look at that. I love watching planes, and then we're going to figure out on flight radar where it's coming to and going to. Beautiful. So 10%, 15%, it's always good to have a little bit. Wow, what do you know? From Chicago to Taipei, EVA Logistics. That's right, I find logistics so beautiful. There's something really cool about logistics. I don't know, I'm big into logistics. In the future, maybe I'm going to have a company that's both crypto related and related to logistics and warehouses and transport and freight. But anyways, let's get back to the video. So every paycheck, we're going to be putting money into cryptocurrency. But if you remember from my older videos, there's also something else that I talked about constantly, and that's 401k plans and HSAs and IRA plans. And depending on what type of account we're going to be doing, I'm very interested in retirement accounts. The company that I have gotten a job now with does have a 401k plan, and that's something I'm going to be looking into, exploring exactly what the matching is. And this is what I implore every single one of you out there. If you have a job, which is 99% of you, find out what the 401k fees are, find out what stocks are inside, what the matching is, what other benefits you have, what you can swap maybe. Discuss that with your employer. And if not, maybe it's time to find a different employer. So I'm thinking 10% into cryptocurrency starting, let's just say, July. So my paychecks from July in August, that's when we can start. 10% into cryptocurrency, 10% into retirement accounts, and the rest are going to be going for paying my car and some other fees, such as my phone. Unfortunately, that's $65. It's not like Poland anymore, where it's 10-15 bucks, but you know, it is what it is. And we're going to be trying to save as much money as possible, and depending on my savings, we might move those percentages up a little bit. Obviously, I want to make good use of 401k matching because, in my opinion, that's free money. If you just ignore it, and you tell your employer, listen, I don't care, you're losing out on free money. That could be a few $100, maybe even a few $1,000s per year, which later can turn into 5 figures because of what? Compound interest, baby. It's a little loud here, so we're going to be ending this segment, but I wanted to film here because some comments were saying, hey, I like it when you're moving around, going outside. I'm getting my car. It's going to be a Hyundai, most likely Sonata, Hyundai Elantra, something like that. I don't know. Wanted some cheap car, Honda Accords and Toyota Camrys. Unfortunately, Toyota was my first option, but those went up in price quite a bit. So the next 2 car brands that were the obvious choice were Kia and Hyundai. So when I get my Hyundai, most likely, although it could change, we're going to be moving around a lot and filming from different locations. My main goal is to have everything set up for 2022. Right now, we have no idea what's going on. Maybe it's going to crash. Maybe 64,000 was the all-time high. But it does seem a little strange that it, sure, on one hand, did go up quite a lot. Some people who were holding from March 2020 made 10x or even more with just Bitcoin. But Bitcoin wasn't a star player for most of the year. I mean, Ethereum had a really, really good time. It's still got a lot of updates coming up. It's got more movement going on right now than Bitcoin itself. There was a pretty good alt season, but, a lot of people are kind of upset with Bitcoin at the moment. Personally, me, I don't care. I know that it's going to be just fine long term. And that's why I'm going to be investing most of my money into Bitcoin, a little bit into Ethereum, and a little bit into altcoins. But anything that's super high risk, that's kind of off limits. I want low risk stuff. I want to be in crypto, which is already higher risk than the retirement accounts. And I'm not investing into any high risk tech stocks or whatever. I'm just going into normal stocks and funds, which are able to give me a decent return year to year, because time in the market is worth more than timing the market itself, because I'm no investing genius. I just want to make a little bit of compound interest money. That's it. I'm kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere right now because I went to go to a bank. I wanted to set up a bank account, a different bank account than Chase Bank. Like I promised, I have already started an application for a credit union, so I'm going to let you guys know when that gets fully approved and whether I'm going to be able to get a cheaper car loan through them. So I'm following my own advice. That's good. But I wanted to get a bank account set up right now because I need to pay for something. I need to pay for my gym through a card, which is so strange. This is a gym that does not accept fiat currency. I had cash on me and I was like, well, let me just pay in cash. But no, so I need to set up a bank account because I don't want to use Chase, and they didn't have enough tellers, and I'm just sitting here, and I guess we have to do it tomorrow or find a different location. Not great. I can't wait for crypto to take over the world. Honestly, like situations like these, I don't care for them. I do understand that it's going to be a good investment during the bear market. When it actually goes into a bear market, not right, it's happening right now. It's still very high. A lot of people don't even know how low it can go. It might go even as low as below $10,000, 8,000 again. Who knows? Maybe we might see that. You have to be prepared for anything in the crypto world. But just as well, it could go above $100,000. And if it does, I want to be prepared for that. So right now I'm going to be investing 10-15% of my paycheck hopefully into cryptocurrency from August, but most of my preparation is going to be for 2022, because that's when I believe, that's when a lot of people believe, even if we did go up to 100K this round, it's going to fall, and it's going to fall eventually. I do not believe in this Bitcoin super cycle that people are saying. That's just a lot of hype from all these hype men. What I do believe will happen is cycles like always. There's bear market cycles, bull market cycles. There's hundreds of various different triggers, but whatever ends up happening, whether the economy is going to be good on the other side or not, whether Bitcoin's going to be going up or down, I'm going to be doing Bitcoin dollar cost averaging, DCA, and it's going to be good. But when we're in a bear market, I'm going to up those percentages, and hopefully I'm going to be making more money by then, because 10% of $2,000 and 10% of $4,000, well, that's a big difference. You're doubling your money. And it's not just doubling, because again, these compound interest percentages. If Bitcoin goes up 20% or even 50% in a year, which is good enough, or you double your money, I'm not aiming for anything crazy. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to 10x, I'm going to 5x. I don't care for that. It'd be nice to double my money, but I don't even want that. I want 15, 20, 30, 40%, whatever. Through the retirement accounts, I'm going to be happy if I get 5 to 10%. annual rates averaged out over 30, 40 years, because that's still going to make me a millionaire. With Bitcoin, we do have higher chances of becoming a millionaire faster, but you can't get too greedy. You got to be patient about all this stuff. So at the moment, I cashed out almost all of my Bitcoin last month to get to here, to America, and I only have like $50 left in Bitcoin right now. So as of August, hopefully we're going to be able to put in a few $100s, and if it goes up or if it goes down, I don't care. We're going to be investing every single month from that point. And if I get any donations, or if I get paid for any work that's extra, not, you know, my normal income, then I'd love to receive that in cryptocurrency. I'd love to get paid in cryptocurrency in the future again, because that was fun. But this time around, we're not going to get paid 100%, because that was way too risky. If it's an extra few percent, why not? Always chip in. That's good play money, good investing money. So that's that. Nothing else to discuss here. Let me know what you guys are doing. It seems pretty crazy, but you know, $10,000, if I kept on to it last year instead of spending it on stuff, because that was the only income that I had, it would have been at its peak $65,000, $64,000. Obviously I wouldn't have sold at the peak, but let's say I did sell it at $40,000. That's still 4x. Usually these cycles flip around every 2 to 4 years. So let's just say around the next halvening, 3 years or so, if I'm putting in $300 every single month for 12 months times 3 years, that's 10 grand right there, 10,800 bucks. If it doubles, if it triples, quadruples, that'd be nice. So that's enough money to never be poor again, as long as you don't spend it, as long as you take out a little bit, throw it into other investments, maybe put more money into crypto. Who knows? We're going to be playing around. And if I put in an additional $300 into a retirement account, we have 10,800 in that retirement account, which probably grew by then to $12,000, $13,000. The first few years in the retirement account grow very slowly, but afterwards, just play around with the compound interest calculator. You can see, you know, if you put in $100,000, $200,000 within like 20, 30 years, and you just put that under your mattress, you'd lose money, obviously, because of inflation. But if you put that into a CD or some other terrible bank savings accounts with a little bit of interest, obviously never do that, because you're only going to grow a little bit. You might make a few extra additional $1,000 on your few hundred grand over the next few decades, while if you put that into the stock market or crypto, you're obviously going to see some pretty crazy stuff. You might breach past $1 million. We're going to be trying everything we can. Number one is increase income. Number two is have a savings retirement account. And number three, cryptocurrency, which in my opinion is going to be the most important, because we're going to see the best gains of that, but it's also one of the riskiest options, and we have to be aware of that. So even though I love cryptocurrency, the best way I can be a part of it, and the best way I can recommend for you guys, is to increase your income. How? By working through cryptocurrency, which in cryptocurrency they pay pretty well, a lot of six-figure incomes. So all you need is experience and a good skill set. Thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comment section below. We're approaching 1,100 subscribers. Even though the internet is slow, I do not care. The hustle will go on. 2021 is not the greatest of years for me, but I fully trust that 2022 will be much better. And see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Stay safe in cryptocurrency. Stay smart. Invest. Peace.